Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Redneck Beer Drinking Dipper 98 back here again. Most of y'all know me as Joy Tech Lover. I don't do vape reviews anymore. Not going to. My vape shop went out of business a while back, and that's why I stopped uploading. They shut down for unknown reasons. I know the reason, but I'm not giving out that reason. Well, what I have today is something that I've never done on this channel before. And I do still vape, and I do still dip. I don't smoke anymore though. So, just because I haven't been uploading does not mean that I'm back to smoking again. Now, what I have today is a Glock. I'm going to be doing the review on it. This is the Glock 22 Gen 4. I'll open up the box here and show it to you guys. What comes standard with this pistol is 4 grips, 2 beaver tail, and 2 grip extensions. A cleaning rod and a brush, a gun lock, I never use that, and a speed loader made by Glock. Now, sorry for me clearing my throat. I have a sore throat, and that's clogged up a little bit. So that's what comes standard in the box with it. Go ahead and put that back. So that's what's in the box. What I did additionally get with this pistol is an SGM Korean-made tactical clip and some Tetra gun lube. I got that from a military surplus, and I bought this off of a buddy of mine. This is chambered for 40 caliber, just like the standard Glock magazines, but this clip sucks. I've only used it once, and my impressions are already bad on it. Now, if I can load it and not load it all the way, maybe that was the problem. Problem is, it would shoot right, but what it would do was when I racked around in and fired it, slide would pop back, yes, but slide would go forward again, like it cycled around, and like it would act like it chambered one, but whenever I fired it, it would just click. It'd go click. So I thought it was a misfire at first. Now when I popped open the slide, I noticed there was no bullet in the chamber, and there was no casing that ejected. So I had to chamber the rounds manually after every shot. So that's really the only thing that's wrong with it. I don't know if it's because it's Korean made or what. But let's get into the pistol itself. All my magazines are loaded. I'm moving my finger off the trigger. Okay, make sure every single one of your guns are clear before you pull that trigger, because accidents do happen and will happen if you're not careful. This is the Glock 22 Gen 4. Of course, Glock is made in Austria, and this is chambered in 40 caliber. I don't know if you can see that. Glock 22 Gen 4 Austria .40, which .40 is the caliber. It's .40 caliber. Everything on this Glock is factory standard. Stock. Everything is stock. No upgrades or nothing. So I do not have the barrel pointed towards me, but it still has its standard sights on it, the little U-shaped rear and little white dot front. I'll point this pistol at you for a minute here. Notice that is a very big bore right there. It's a big barrel. I believe this is the 6-inch barrel. If I'm not mistaken, it might be a 4 or 5 inch, but I seriously doubt that. What this Glock does come with standard is this little rail right here. It's a rail mount. Not a rail mount, but you can attach a flashlight or a laser, not an optic. I wouldn't recommend putting an optic at the bottom because that's just totally stupid. But with this Gen 4, it does have the kind of tile looking grip. It's not a really pokey grip like the Gen 3 and everything. And this one does have the little finger grooves right here. I do have a big hand. My hand is longer than this, almost longer than this gun is. Almost as long. We're going to pull the trigger and make sure she's clear. So, here's your mag release right here. Just push that in, and it protrudes a little bit. You can see that. Here's your slide release, right there. And here's your strip buttons. Just take it apart. I don't really have any complaints about this gun. This is not brand new. Me and my father bought this together, as well as my other pistol and my shotgun. I know I'm old enough to buy the shotgun myself, but I said, hey Dad, let's go buy a shotgun so me and you can go hunt together. So like I said, again, everything on this is standard. All stock, no modifications or any upgrades made to it. Here's a little base plate back here. Notice it's stock just like it's brand new. I've already put about 500 rounds to this pistol, and it had not once has it had a malfunction. And the reason I bought a Glock is because I've seen so many great reviews and great things said about Glock. Mostly from Matt V2099. Abusing his Glock 17, I figured, hey, if that Glock can stand up to all that shit, I ought to buy a Glock. And also, police carry Glocks, so if it's good enough for police, it's good enough for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it apart. Just a basic strip. Notice, well, it didn't do it that time. And it didn't do it that time. And it's still not doing it. It just doesn't want to come apart. I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to try that again. And it does not want to come back apart. We're having a little trouble here. That could be because maybe I didn't line it up properly. Nope, there it goes. Notice when the slide wants to pop off like that. That's all you gotta do. That's what I do. I don't know if it does it with every Glock, but frame is all polymer. There's a lot of mechanics in there, but they've held up pretty well, and all that gunk inside of there is, excuse me, all that crap and crud in there is not because it's dirty. It's from all the gun lube and whatever else was in there that did not get cleaned out. But there's a frame. It's all polymer. Here's your slide. That's what adds all the weight to the pistol. Here's your recoil spring. Standard from the factory. Here's your barrel. It is a rifle barrel, and you can tell by looking in there by the way it kind of swirls. I do believe, like I said, I think this is a 6-inch barrel, I believe. There's a barrel. Here's the slide. Not much in the slide. Just a few little mechanics and probably some things back in there. Put your little base plate. Now, I'm going to give you a better look at the sights. Everything seems to be lined up perfectly. I'm not very accurate with a pistol. I'm going to put it back together to show you I'm not completely stupid. Go. And all you got to do to put it back together is line up the slide on those two little grooves right there, like so. Can't do it with my hands shaking. Nope, I didn't line it up right. I didn't do it that time either. My hands are shaking like crazy. There we go. Now it's back in place. So not much to say about the pistol itself. It does come standard with 3 magazines. All of them hold 10 rounds each. Like I said, this is a 40 Smith & Wesson. 3 clips. Only one of them is loaded up to the brim. That would be this one. At first, I did think Glock was gonna send me, or they were gonna give me, I bought this from an outfitter. I did think that it was 15 rounds, but apparently it wasn't. So, this gun is really not all that heavy. I think this is a full size, I'm not sure. But we're gonna go ahead and pop a clip in here. All you gotta do to load it, now it's loaded. Pop the mag out. There you go. So 40 Smith & Wesson is an ugly little round. It's fat and short, but it does what you want it to do. Which if you wanted to, you could go hunting with it. Basically a 40 Smith & Wesson, 40 caliber, period, is basically 10 millimeter, but cut down. They just cut the casing down. So it comes out to be a 10 millimeter special, which 10 millimeter is one of the most powerful rounds ever made. But they used it whenever the FBI had a shootout. I think whenever they had a shootout. I don't know the full story. I've only heard about it. But I believe that they made the 10 millimeter because the FBI agent was shot. 2 FBI agents were shot and killed after they shot 2 assailants with a 9 millimeter multiple times, and the assailant did not die from the gunshots. Now after that, I don't know if they died or not, but all I know is they were using 9 millimeter bullets, the FBI agents were, and they shot the assailants more times than they could count with the 9 millimeter, and it did not kill them, and the assailants ended up killing the FBI agents. Sorry for me clearing my throat. That's how the story is. They made the 10 millimeter because FBI agents were killed using 9 millimeter because the assailants did not die from 9 millimeter. So what they did was made a way more powerful round, and then after that they said this round is too powerful, so they just cut the casing down to make it a lot less powder, and it turned it into this 40 Smith & Wesson we know of today. They still do make 10 millimeter. You can go hunting deer and hogs. Now I've heard about people hunting bear with it, but they have to shoot them in the head. But you can go hunting with a 10 millimeter and a 40 Smith & Wesson, but I prefer to just use this for shooting, just fun. So that's a review on this Glock 22 Gen 4. And also I do have a holster for this, but I do not conceal carry or open carry. I do not have a carry permit, but I do use this whenever I go into the woods when I'm walking or anything like that. Just in case I bump into an animal. We do have black bears up here, and we do have coyotes and wolves and everything like that. So it's when I walk in the woods, I have this 40 with me for protection, nothing else. But anyways, that wraps this up, you guys. So, as always, pack, dip, spit. Keep on vaping, and I'll see you guys later.